Well, let's face it, driving can be stressful and we all make mistakes, but keeping your cool behind the wheel goes a long way in keeping Idaho's roads safe. Aggressive driving contributes to half of Idaho's crashes and puts us all at risk. So here to tell us more from the Idaho Office of Highway Safety is Jillian Garrigues. Jillian, how are you? Thank you for joining us.
Thanks so much for having me today.
You're welcome. And before we came on air, I was telling you, literally yesterday, I was leaving this studio, I saw on 84 this kind of crazy situation of road rage, aggressive drivers. So when I saw that you were going to come in today, I was like, oh my gosh, I cannot wait to talk to you. So thank you so much for joining us. This is a very important issue.
It is. It's definitely an important issue in our community. And these next couple of weeks, our Office of Highway Safety and local law enforcement agencies are teaming up together to participate in an education and enforcement campaign so everyone knows what aggressive driving is.
Okay, we're really excited to hear more about that. But first and foremost, what is aggressive driving in your mind, and what would you define as aggressive driving?
So a lot of people, the first thing that comes to mind probably is road rage.
Yeah.
Those very angry drivers behind
That's what
the
I
wheel.
saw yesterday, or whatever it was definitely that, yeah.
But also aggressive driving is behaviors behind the wheel that most people see every single day. It can be speeding, weaving in and out of traffic, changing lanes without using your turn signal, running red lights, ignoring other stop signs and traffic signs. In the winter or early spring, it could mean even driving too fast for the conditions if it's rainy, snowy, foggy out, and then escalating up to honking on the horn.
I have honked my horn probably 3 times in my life. And it's funny, and that's just maybe the Idaho in me, but it's amazing how like you meet people from all over the country. Like I have a buddy on the East Coast, they honk like it's nobody's business.
No big deal, yeah. And making those hand gestures, we all know.
Yes, exactly. Yeah. Okay, so if you encounter, so let's say I'm driving and I accidentally cut somebody off. I'm in a situation where I'm dealing with someone that is very aggressive towards me or road rage. What are the steps when you sit there and you go, the situation I'm in right now with another driver is not safe?
Yeah, so what you should first do is get out of their way as soon as safely possible.
Even taking an exit, maybe you weren't planning on just like trying to get,
if you need to, if it's that serious of a situation, getting out of their way. You don't want to reciprocate any of the behavior. You want to keep it as impersonal as possible. Don't even make eye contact if you can. Try to avoid that. And then when you can, safely pull over, park the car, and if you need to, you can call police and be ready with that vehicle description. License plates are great if you have them, and then your location as well, so they can try to track that person down.
Very important. I think what's amazing is sometimes we do things, and then when we have time to take a break, whether at red light, we go, well, that's not me. I'm not that kind of a person. Why is it sometimes when people get behind the wheel, they feel like they can act in a way that they wouldn't in the grocery store? We always hear that comparison.
Yeah, you're in that safe box, right?
Yeah.
You think it's safe, but one of the most dangerous things we do every day is get in a car and drive when you really think about it. But it's important to remember that all of those aggressive driving behaviors I listed are choices that you make behind the wheel. And you have to ask yourself when we've all been there. You're in a rush, you're late to work, late to pick up your kids from school or take them to practice. And you have to ask yourself, when you get to that red light and all of those cars that you just weaved in between, passing as fast as you can, catch up to you at the light. We've all seen it. Maybe you've done it. Maybe you've seen it.
And you go, wait a second, we're all in the same boat now. And yet I was trying so hard to get 5 seconds ahead of somebody.
Exactly. So you have to ask yourself, is it this worth it? And those choices you make can make the difference in whether you or someone else in our community get to where they're going safely or end up in a crash. So just have some patience and stay focused on the road while you're driving.
It's so important. I can't think of, there's not anything in life that's more important than your life itself, right? And so a meeting or whatever it is, or picking up your kids or late to something, it all works out. How have you guys teamed up with law enforcement? We've seen some amazing graphics on the screen, obviously, but how have you teamed up with law enforcement to help people know about aggressive driving?
Yeah, so these next couple of weeks, February 26th through March 11th, we're teaming up with law enforcement agencies statewide to keep Idaho roads safe. We'll have officers on the road looking for aggressive drivers through enhanced patrols or overtime work, and those overtime patrols are funded through our office through a grant from the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration. And it's so important to all of us in our community, because like we said earlier, half of all crashes in Idaho are caused by aggressive driving.
When you think, and it's a choice, which you bring up. So half of our crashes ultimately could boil down to someone's choice of how aggressive they want to be.
400 people have died because of aggressive driving crashes in the last 5 years of our data that our office collects.
Where can people go for more information? They're watching this and saying, all right, Jillian, I want to be a new person. Where can they go?
Shift-idaho.org. We have lots of great resources and information for traffic safety on there.
Okay, and you can see the website on the bottom of the screen there. So shift-idaho.org. Jillian, thank you so much for the time. Please drive safe. We'll have more Idaho Today coming up after the break.